Hello and welcome to Psychology 101. My name is Chris Boydis and I am your instructor. I'd like to take a few minutes first to welcome you to the class and let you know that I am very excited that you have selected my course to take. And second, I would like to go over a few basics in our online course. So here I am in our Desire to Learn classroom and our course homepage. My contact information is always up here at the front. You can email my personal email account that will come through to my smartphone, or you can email my hack account and I will show you where that is. My cell phone is listed here. You can feel free to call me or text me. So first thing I would like you to do is to go to the orientation folder. Several things that you can review here, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to go through the syllabus. Syllabus is a very important document, and I hope you will take a few minutes to review it and to print it out. As I mentioned, my hack and my Gmail email accounts are here. You can feel free to email either. My cell phone is also listed here. There is a brief description of what we're going to be covering in the course and the learning objectives. Here is what our textbook looks like. It is the 12th edition. You do not need to purchase access to Connect. Connect is the online version of this textbook. You are very welcome to do so, and if you happen to purchase a textbook that has the access, feel free to use it. It is a wonderful product. However, I do not require students to purchase that. I understand that buying a textbook is expensive, college is expensive, and I am trying to keep the cost down as much as I possibly can for students. So I have incorporated everything in this class that you will need. So you do not need to purchase anything online. However, I do strongly recommend that you purchase the actual textbook because you will be quizzed on most of the chapters, and all of the quizzes are open book, so it will really help you if you can have the textbook there in front of you. The other thing that you're required to have for this class is reliable internet access and a functional device. Please make sure that you can access this online course and that you are able to do so on a regular basis. What students like to print out is a schedule of activities, and I do suggest printing this out because it is a list of everything that is due and when it is due and how many points it is worth. I tend to keep things very consistent in my class, so you will always know what is coming up, what is around the corner, and what you need to do. Each week by Sunday night at 11:59, you will have certain things due. It tends to be one chapter, and within a chapter there are video lecture quizzes and a chapter quiz. The video lecture quizzes are short, simple quizzes, multiple choice, that I give to point out main topics or to make sure that you're understanding the concepts in a video lecture. The video lectures are either a lecture of me presenting something, or sometimes there are things online that I thought were pertinent for you to understand. You get one attempt at a video lecture quiz. The reason for that is they really are quite simple, and for most of them you can also use closed captioning so you can read along as the video lecture is going, and I have them embedded in the quizzes so you can actually watch the quiz while watch the video while you're taking the quiz, so you should be able to double check all of your answers. For the chapter quizzes, I give you 2 attempts to complete these. They are 20 points long, 20 questions. There are some multiple choice, there are a few short answers, some fill in the blanks. If the quiz has fill in the blanks or short answers, please know that I will review all of your answers. If you happen to misspell something and it was marked wrong in the system, please do not worry. I will double check everything. And as long as the spelling is reasonably close, I will give you credit. So every week you have one chapter, the video lecture quizzes, the quizzes, and then also sprinkled in there, sometimes there are discussions. There is also some projects. So the first project that you will run into is week 3, and you have a research project. This project tends to be quite challenging. So I suggest that you get started during week 2. Do not wait until the very last minute. And I also suggest that you make sure that you review all of Chapter 2 before you start your research project. There are very specific directions, and I have another video explaining what you need to do for your research project. So then we go on to week 4, and again, you have video lecture quizzes, and then the chapter quizzes, spring break. Week 6, again, same thing, video lecture quizzes, chapter quizzes, always due Sunday night by 11:59. There is a second research project. Then we go on to another chapter, discussions, always Sunday. The only exception is during finals week. On finals week, chapter 17, which is our final chapter, is due on Wednesday. So please keep that in mind. This is the only week that things change up, and instead of being due on a Sunday, it is due on a Wednesday. We do not have a cumulative final in this course. Your last chapter is the last chapter that we'll be completing, and it is the same as every other chapter that you have completed. So please read through the syllabus. I have in here how you are graded. I have in here about just makeup work. So go through, read all this, how you earn your grades. Okay, back at our home page. Every week I will post a checklist for you. The checklist has everything that is due that week. So if you are somebody who really likes to, just double check that you are doing everything that you should be doing, feel free to use the checklist. You do not need to submit them. You do not need to turn them in to me. They are purely for your advantage, for your benefit, and just to help you keep track of what is due. The content. The content is the meat and potatoes of the course, and this is where you will find the basic information that I would like you to know. So as I mentioned with the video lecture quizzes, when you start the quiz, the video will pop up and you will be able to watch it before you take the quiz. I also link it earlier, so you will have watched it already, and then when you go to take the quiz, you can refer to it. In this course, there are 3 discussions. They all have due dates. They will pop up on your course, on the checklist on the week they are due. I want to point something out to you that may seem a little bit confusing, but let me explain. I want to point out where you can access some study materials. If you go to the student online resources, now, first thing, this is the 11th edition. We are using the 12th edition. The reason I have this linked is because the material really did not change very much, and this site is free. So if you go to the link that I have posted in the class, and then go to the student edition, you choose what chapter you want, and your author gives you flashcards, glossaries, there's web links, there are quizzes that you can practice with. These are all very, very similar to what you will see when you go to take your chapter quizzes. So again, we are using the 12th edition, but you can access the 11th for free. So if you enjoy doing things online, this is a great. The Dropbox is where you will find the directions for your research projects. And you can go ahead and just read the directions for those. One last thing that I would like to point out. Every time you sign in, please watch for news. I do tend to post things that you will find helpful or announcements for the class. So it is really important that you go through and check out the news. Right now, the only news that is listed are the checklists, but I will be listing other things. So please let me know if you have any questions. You can go ahead and get started with the orientation folder, and when you are done with that, you can move right on to Chapter 1. I am here to help you. Do not hesitate to reach out, and I hope you all have a great first week in Psychology 101.